Hey, you. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they've captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Sure. Mara, Debella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
Look at him. General Tullius, the military governor. And it looks like the Dalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this. This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny, when I was a boy, Imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
To go inside, Luca.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Yes, Lava.
Get these prisoners out of the carts. Move it!
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line. Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them! We weren't with you! This is a mistake!
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No! I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward. Who are you?
And alright, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another video. I decided to revisit one of my most favorite games that I haven't touched this game in a long time. Welcome to my series of Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I decided to get back into the game ever since the hype for Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered that just recently came out. Unfortunately, I do not have the funds to get Oblivion, but I can tell you this. Oblivion Remastered will be coming to the channel, but I don't know when, so you'll have to stay tuned for more information. And now, I decided to just play through my playthrough and share my adventure with you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to have a good time with this series. It's not exactly going to be a walkthrough or anything, but I'm just going to share my knowledge and experience of Skyrim. You know, I have a lot of rust to shake off, but we're definitely going to have a good time. So anyways, let's transition to show you my character for this playthrough. In fact, it's pretty obvious, you know, my brand mascot will volunteer for this. So here we go. This is the character I'll be rolling with for this series. It's my brand mascot, Starling.
You picked a bad time to come home to Skyrim, kinsman. Captain, what should we do? She's not on the list.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. At least you'll die here, in your homeland. Follow the captain, prisoner.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the eight divines upon
For the
you.
love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over with.
Nern. As you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning.
Well, an execution's about to happen.
My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
Fatality.
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the Nord and the Rags.
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next, prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
Well, it's my turn. These Imperials are about to execute me. Goodbye, cruel world.
What in Oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
It's in the clouds!
And now, looks like the story begins. Now we must make our way to the keep. Wow, the dragon attacked.
What is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
We need to move, now! Up through the tower. Let's go!
Alright, so now we must go up through the tower.
This way, friend.
Alright, as soon as we get close to the window... Yeah, avoid that dragon breath. And this poor chap met an unfortunate end.
See the inn on the other side. Jump through the roof and keep going.
Go! We'll follow when we can.
Alright, time to make the jump. Oh boy, that was an interesting landing. And we can't do anything because our hands are bound.
Hammond, you need to get over here! Now!
Uh-oh.
Nada boy, you're doing great!
Oh, here it comes. Back up.
Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense.
Gods guide you, Hadvar.
Alright, let's go. Now we must follow Hadvar. Well, if he's gonna
Stay
leave you to
close to the
safety,
wall.
I'll have to follow him. Oh, there he is again.
Quickly, follow me!
I'm right behind you, Hadvar, please! Are you gonna move? Alright, let's go. Everyone else is all fighting and they all got knocked down.
It's you and me, prisoner! Stay close! Bela, you damn traitor! Out of my way!
We're escaping. You're not stopping us this time. Yeah.
Fine! I hope that dragon takes you all to Summertime!
Come on! Into the keep!
Whoa, look at this poor chap.
Let's go!
Ooh, now that's a horrible way to die.
Get inside!
Alright, let's go. We're gonna follow Hadvar.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon? To bring us of the end times? We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
Yep, you have a choice to either follow Raylaf or Hadvar. But I choose to follow Hadvar.
There you go. Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these burns.
Alright. So we can now that our hands are free, we can now start looting. And we start by looting these 4 pieces of gold. I don't know how I picked that up. Just grab these 4 pieces of gold. We can take a look at this chest. He's already searched that one, so there's don't bother. And not gonna wear the Imperial Light set. No, I'd rather just find my own armor. But in order to progress through the quest, we're just gonna go through this chest. And all we're gonna pick up is the iron sword. I'm just gonna equip that. But everything else is gonna stay in the chest.
Give that sword a few swings.
Alright, now, I don't know how I gained a level. This is what's weird. Level up. My gosh, this is weird. Okay, so I'll take it. So I'm gonna put it into health, and then that perk point I'm gonna put it into one-handed because that's what I'm gonna be focusing on. Level 1 Armsman.
Let's keep moving.
Oh yeah, and also I'm gonna favorite this. That way I can have easy access to the weapons and stuff I'm gonna be needing. So this is all I can use. And for the magic, I will use some magic. I'll definitely use restoration. So definitely gonna favorite this. So for healing.
He's still out there.
I can use potions, but I'm gonna use the potions, in battle. In combat, that's when I use potions. But whenever I'm out of combat, I use the healing restoration spell. And this is what my character looks like, by the way. Alright, let's go.
Come on, this way.
So with the first perk points you get, for the first few levels, put it onto your primary damage. Focus on your damage. Based on the weapon you're using, one-handed or two-handed, or archery,
we can reason with them.
I would focus on the damage of those, of one of those first.
Hold on now. We only want.
And now we gotta deal with these guys. Yeah, if you chose to follow Raylaf, you will fight the Imperials instead. Oh, look at that. Starling with the backstab.
Let me see if I can get that door open.
Alright. So let's... Time to get out of these foot wraps, so let's put on the fur boots. And we need some gloves, so we'll take the gauntlets. Don't mind if I do. And let's see. As for the tattered boots, I'm dropping this down. Now we need... I'm not gonna wear either Imperial or Stormcloak armor. So let's just continue following Hadvar, and looks like Hadvar got himself a shield.
Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
What are you doing? We need to get out of Helgen, now!
Alright.
These Imperials have potions in here. We're going to need them.
Looks like these Stormcloak soldiers are in here. Let's take care of them. Ooh, Hadvar with the finisher. Nice. Now that I'm out of combat, my restoration leveled up.
Storeroom. See if you can find some potions. Might come in handy.
Alright. So now, let's search the barrel for potions. I'm gonna get the minor healing and magic. Stamina, I'm not too worried about stamina right now. So only if I'm gonna use a lot of power attacks, then that's when stamina potions come in handy. but right now it's not relevant in my books. And there's nothing in here. Oh, and to get my alchemy going, gonna grab one of each on these ingredients. I'll hold off on the garlic for right now. And there's some potatoes. Alright. Ingredients. Let's... Now, in order to learn each effects of what they do before you craft your first potions, I would consume them to learn each effect. And this also leveled up my alchemy. Wow. Alright. Yep, it also levels up your alchemy too. When you consume ingredients and to learn each effects, it works once. And then, you know, that's you try and experiment with potion making, then you'll also unlock additional effects for that one ingredient. Alright. Let's grab the rock warbler egg. Gonna grab these because they also restore health. Alright, let's grab this and a salt pow used for cooking. Alright.
Done then? This way.
I'm done. Let's go. I'm good. Alright. Get my sword up.
The torture room. Gods, I wish we didn't.
Oh, looks like these guys. And Hadvar was right about that. The torture room is no good. Wow, the torturer stole my kill.
You fellows been along just in time. These boys seemed a bit upset at how I'd been entertaining their comrades.
Don't you even know what's going on? A dragon is attacking Helgen.
A dragon? Please, don't make up nonsense. Although, come to think of it, I did hear some odd noises coming from over there.
Come with us. We need to get out of here.
You have no authority over me, boy.
Didn't you hear me? I said the keep is under attack.
Forget the old man. I'll come with you.
Wait a second. Looks like there's something in this cage.
Don't bother with that. Lost the key ages ago. Poor fellow screamed for weeks.
See if you can get it open with some picks. We'll need everything we can get.
Sure. Take all my things. Please.
Now that we got some lockpicks, let's get our lockpicking going. Levels up our lockpicking already? Alright. Let's... There we go. And inside we find the corpse of a mage. Gonna grab all this. And I'm gonna grab these because I'm gonna be disenchanting them. Even though I left them almost naked. Alright. Let's learn the sparks. But I'm not really gonna use destruction spells very much. Here's a knapsack, lockpicks, and a potion of minor healing. The Book of the Dragonborn. Might as well take this with me. just because, just to have a collection of books. For when I earn a home.
There's no way out that way, you know.
Alright, let's go ahead and open these, just to get our lock picking up. Alright. Search the skeleton. Let's learn the effect of bone meal. Tastes terrible. Alright, now we're getting past the torture room. Man, look at this. Skeleton in the cage and a dead Stormcloak soldier. Wow, these Imperials are really like to torture a lot. Mainly the Stormcloaks. But is that really necessary?
Come on, hurry up.
Alright, let's go. Don't be rushing me, boy. Alright, let's proceed on this way.
Where in Oblivion are we supposed to go? Where's the way out?
Just give me a minute. Let me think.
And now we got more Stormcloaks to deal with. Let's take care of them. I'll deal with these two. Man, look at you trying to block with your 2 hands. Come on, fight me. Fight me like a man. My one-handed level up. There we go. Gain another level. Now let's deal with the archers that are over here.
Show me what you got.
Oh, I'll show you what I got. My light armor leveled up because I'm wearing the gauntlets and boots.
Have a chance.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Got him. And that's that. Unfortunately for the torturer's assistant, he got killed in battle. If he managed to survive, he doesn't join us all the way. He just goes back to the torturer. He just goes intense to him.
Let's see where this goes.
All right, and I did gain another level, so let's go ahead and put that attribute point into health, and then we're gonna spend that perk point into one-handed level 2. All right, now I can't get another perk point to spend it on level 3 arm spend, so this is when I need to branch out. And I will be using a bow, so next time will be archery. All right.
I guess we're lucky that didn't come down on top of us. We'd better push on. I'm sure the others will find another way out.
Yep, I'm sure they will. Let's keep going. Now before I continue going that way's progression, but let's go over to the left. There's also another way you can get to this part right here. If you just drop down to where the rocks fell, alright, now if you were to go back to where the rocks fell, you could just drop down here. There is a way this way, and it will lead you to this skeleton that you can search for a gold, potion of minor healing, and a coin purse. We get some money already. And Hadvar's all waiting for us.
Better keep going.
Alright. I'm just looking around. And here's another coin purse. That's just a bunch of bones, not a dead skeleton.
I guess we'd better try this way.
Dead end forward, so we'll have to go this way. And now we see a lot of sticky webs, so now we have to deal with these frostbite spiders. They tend to be poisonous. Stabby stab. Alright. So every frostbite spider you slay, you get some frostbite venom. This is actually pretty nice to have at early levels because you will deal 5 points of damage to the health and stamina on your enemies. This is actually it's pretty good to have at early levels. So I would get that frostbite venom. Let's get that. Let's search these. Let's taste the spider egg. It tastes terrible. Learn this damage stamina effect and the skeever tail in the web sack. Ugh, disgusting. All right, and that's about everything. And wow, can't believe I kicked that rib cage like that. All right, let's go. Alright, here is a potion of health. The potion of health will increase your max health temporarily, but I'm not really in need of that.
Hold up. There's a bear just ahead. See her? I'd rather not tangle with her right now. You might be able to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow, and watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take her by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
Oh boy, a sleeping bear. You know how I feel when it comes to bears.
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, oh hell no. But But this bear is not as dangerous because what we're gonna do is hit it with an arrow. You've been struck by a smooth criminal. Yeah. Yep, a couple sneak attack shots, and bear goes down. I'm gonna grab this Blackbriar mead, just to have something to drink. Alright, now that we got ourselves a bow, let's go search the bear for some bear claws. We can actually learn the ingredient, the effect for this, because it's an ingredient for alchemy. Restore stamina. I'm holding on to the bear pelt because it's tied to a side quest down the road. So and I get my arrows back. Sometimes you get the arrows back whenever you use your bow. But if you spend a perk point on somewhere in the archery constellation, then you have a chance to get more arrows back that you have shot at your opponent, at your enemy. All right, we made it. There's the exit.
This looks like the way out. I was starting to wonder if we'd ever make it.
Now, since I have the special edition, we get the option to turn on survival mode. But we're not doing survival mode with this playthrough. But survival mode is a completely different story. It's a completely different experience. You know, basically like a hard mode difficulty, but with a twist. But we're not doing that.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back. Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Well, he wants us to split up, but we're gonna follow Hadvar anyways. And out here, let's go pick up these flowers. And of course, flowers for the lovely ladies that are watching this video. All right.
Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial
grab this
League.
too, because it's also
really
ingredients.
Like you. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
Yeah, the Mara Tepanella mushrooms, also ingredients. Let's also grab this thistle. And let me learn the effects. Butterfly wing.
See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls Barrow. When I was a boy, that place always used to give me nightmares. Draugr creeping down the mountain to climb through my window at night. That kind of thing. I admit, I still don't much like the look of it.
Hadvar tells you a little bit about Bleak Falls Barrow. We will be going to that place down the road.
These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself.
Alright, now these Guardian Stones, these will, depending on what you choose, you'll get 20%, you'll get a 20% boost in learning and getting levels on each different skills related to that. So, for my playthrough, I'm going with Warrior. This will level combat skills related to the Warrior 20% faster. You can always come back and change them. You can only have one blessing at a time, but you can always come back and choose a different blessing, depending on how you want your playstyle.
Warrior. Good. I knew you shouldn't have been on that cult the minute I laid eyes on you. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, you've already earned your pardon. But until we get that confirmed by General Tullius, just stay clear of other Imperial soldiers and avoid any complications, all right?
Where'd you come from?
And now we gotta deal with some wolves. Bad wolf. Bunch of wolves. Now let's search. Even though we can't chop it up for hide and meat like in survival games, but we can search them, and all we can get is wolf pelt.
I'm glad you decided to come with me. We're almost to Riverwood.
Here we are at Riverwood. At last.
Things look quiet enough here. Come on, there's my uncle. Uncle Halvor, hello.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not.
Are you on leave?
Maybe.
From
Never mind.
shores?
But I would stay away from him
What
if I were
happened
you.
to you, boy?
Shh,
Are you in
Uncle,
some kind of
please,
trouble?
Keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we should go inside to talk.
What's going on? And who's this?
She's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything, but we need to go inside.
Okay, come inside then. Sigrid will get you something to eat, and you can tell me all about it.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as a mountain and black as night. It flew right over the barrel.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mother. If you keep on like this, everyone in town...
So now we must follow Alvor and Hadvar into his house, and where Hadvar is going to explain everything what happened. But a little bit further, you hear that Sven's mother knows that she saw a dragon. And it was the same dragon that attacked Helgen. And besides, my character believes her because she's already seen the dragon.
Sigrid, we have company.
Hadvar, we've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Now then, boy, what's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need your help.
And yep, it's nice to know that Hadvar considers us a friend. I know after we helped him and we saved his life from the attack, and now Alvor is willing to help us and provide us with some hospitality in the meantime. and these are the gifts that he gives us. Alto wine, belt, and some proper clothes. My character can finally get out of these until we can find some armor. But the honeybrew meat plays a little bit of a role in a random encounter, so we're gonna hold on to these. Do not consume them, in my opinion. And a silver garnet ring, so this is pretty valuable. I'll sell that.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
How do I get to Whiterun from here?
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace.
What can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf. He rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious. but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though.
Which side in the war does he favor?
I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor.
You support the Empire, then?
Of course. Skyrim has always been part of the Empire. That doesn't mean I support everything the Empire's been doing lately. But Nords have never been fair-weather friends.
Who's Elisif?
Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim. Jarl Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torrig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torrig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days.
What can you tell me about Riverwood?
Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago. She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill.
Can I use your forge?
I see no harm in it, if you have the skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new.
What do you think about the war?
People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim.
Why are the Thalmor allowed to arrest people for worshipping Talos?
It's from that treaty that ended the Great War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship. We didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy. Everyone still had their little shrine to Talos. But then, Ulfric and his Sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. And sure enough, the Emperor had to crack down. Dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me. Until next time.
Did you really see a dragon? What did it look like? Did it have big teeth?
Hush, child. Don't pester your cousin.
You two make yourselves at home.
Now let's talk to Hadvar.
It's nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh? Listen, I'm going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here. I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from here. From there you can take a carriage to Solitude.
How do we get to Whiterun from here?
Just head north, you can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold, the biggest and the best of the 9 holds of Skyrim. But don't take my word for it.
I thought dragons were all dead long ago.
So did I. If the damn Stormcloak somehow found one, or woke it up, the war might be about to take an ugly turn. Hard to believe it was just a coincidence that the first dragon anyone's seen for centuries attacks just as Ulfric was about to be executed.
Who were those other prisoners?
You didn't know? That was Ulfric's Stormcloak and his top lieutenants.
He's a traitor of some kind?
Right, the leader of the Stormcloaks. They claim to be fighting for Skyrim's freedom, but the war is really all about Ulfric wanting to be High King of Skyrim.
Who are the Stormcloaks?
You haven't heard of the civil war in Skyrim? I guess down in Cyrodiil, people have other things to worry about. It's pretty simple. Ulfric founded the Stormcloaks years ago, as a sort of private army to advance his ambitions. He's always used the ban on the worship of Talos to stir people up against the Empire. He never succeeded in getting much support, so a few months ago he murdered the High King. That got the Empire's attention.
I don't pay much attention to current events.
Oh, right. You were caught trying to cross the border into Skyrim, weren't you? You're not kidding. Ulfric's the leader of the Stormcloaks. You know, the traitors trying to break Skyrim away from the Empire.
How did you capture Ulfric?
A masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire. We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the General turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards. He surrendered pretty meekly too. So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil, but I guess the General changed his mind. You know the rest.
Why is the worship of Talos banned?
I guess that wasn't such a big deal elsewhere in the Empire, but here it's caused a lot of resentment. Native son and all that. Even I'll admit it hasn't been the Empire's finest hour. But it wasn't like the Emperor had any choice, did he? If he hadn't signed the peace treaty with the Thalmor, they would have destroyed the Empire. Then where would Skyrim be? That's the part that Ulfric's supporters always conveniently forget about. Unless the Empire stands together, the Thalmor will destroy us all.
You really think I should join the Imperial Legion?
Of course. I know today wasn't the best introduction to the Legion, but I hope you'll give us another chance. The Legion could really use someone like you, especially now. And if the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
General Tullius ordered my execution. Why would I want to help him?
I don't blame you for being angry about it. I would be too in your shoes. But it was all a mistake. You weren't supposed to be on that cart with those Stormcloak traitors. And the Imperial Legion needs your help, especially now with that dragon out there somewhere and Ulfric back on the loose.
I'll have to think about it.
Sure, I understand. It's not easy to go from being executed by the Legion one day to joining up the next. But I think you'll see that the Legion is Skyrim's only hope for real peace right now. I know you'll make the right choice in the end.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do?
Alright, let's grab this chicken egg. Let's make it look like we're having some food. I better not consume this, because I need that. Bread, some carrots, a cheese wedge, and wash it down with Alto wine. Alright, so Hadvar's going to stick around for a little while, and then we'll head to Solitude. And we have to go to Whiterun. And I'm going to call it an episode right here. And in the next episode, we're going to do some things, a little bit of some things around Riverwood, and also pay back Alivor for the hospitality. And then sell some things at the trader, and then we'll make our way to Whiterun. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. It really does help the channel out. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate you all being here, and I will catch you guys in the next episode of Skyrim. It feels good to get back into Skyrim. Like I said about Oblivion Remastered. It will be coming to the channel, but I will definitely keep you updated on. That. Anyways, stay tuned for the next episode. Rise up, be blessed. Now smile.